Hi everyone and welcome to Twisted Thursday, Vlogtober Day 28. So many of you have said that you enjoyed the Doomsday movie reviews, so I'm obliging, giving my subscribers and supporters what they want to hear. Today, I will be giving my thoughts on 28 Days Later and the sequel 28 Weeks Later. Ooh. And I know that yesterday I said that I would do a live. No, sorry, but I have something planned for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Ooh, get ready. Those who recently subscribed, for the past several weeks, I focused on reviewing and giving my thoughts on Doomsday movies that semi-correlate to today's pandemic or the natural occurrences of the volcanoes, earthquakes, extraordinary harsh storms. And I figured, 28 days later and 28 weeks later would fit right in. I mean, yeah. Anyway, here we go. Just to give a refresher, the movies that I have reviewed and given my thoughts on were Contagion, Outbreak, Greenland, 2012, World War Z, Carriers, Deep Impact, and The Day After Tomorrow. Okay, now let's get ready for the review of 28 Days Later. 28 Days Later was released in 2002. It is about the rage virus, as it was known, which is a virulent, blood-borne virus that changes the host into a flesh-eating, raging zombie. The movie starred Cillian Murphy, Naomi Harris, Brandon Gleeson, and many others. The movie begins where animal activists break into a lab and set the wrong monkey loose. Okay, side note, if you do not know what is being tested, leave the animals alone. As the movie is titled, within 28 days, London, dare I say the entire UK, was infected. These zombies would go dormant until they had stimuli, like an unsuspecting hospital patient, Jim, who has awakened to find no signs of life. He was very confused, couldn't put it together until, well, he walked into a church. And let's just say, he kind of understood what might be going on. I really don't like these type of movies and don't even know why I watched, but I did. Anyway, Jim eventually happens to, quote, find Selena and Frank, other survivors. They begin their journey to get the hell out of Dodge, literally, fighting for their lives several times along the way. This movie shows just how depraved personality that assumes power can harm and do more harm to fellow man and woman than the GD zombies would have done. I won't give much more on the movie, except I hope you'll see it if you haven't seen it. And if you have, what were your thoughts on it? What would you do if you were lucky enough to survive the zombies that could be hiding around any corner or door? Leave a comment in the chat, or if you're watching on replay, leave a comment below. Okay, time for the next movie, the sequel, 28 Weeks Later. 28 Weeks Later was released in 2007. It is the sequel to 28 Days Later, as I've stated before. It starred Robert Carlyle, Imogen Potts, Jeremy Renner, Rose Byrne, and many others. This movie picks up at a 6-month mark after where the 28 days ends, and the U.S. government is set to repopulate the UK. The U.S. declared, in a sense, victory in the war, but one child that's about to be rehomed or repatriated holds the key to the disaster and makes it through the checks. Needless to say, love and love for mom caused the disease to once again take over. Now, let me pause and ask, if you were fortunate enough to survive, would you want to go back to your homeland if you were, rehomed in a sense in another country? I know I would stay where the F I am. Anyway, ragers raged, and there is one particular scene that love caused him to die and to kill whomever came in his path. That's all I'm going to say about that. Oh, and Idris was in this. Shh. Like I said, I'm not going to give away any more of the movie, except the ending was in such a way that you knew there was going to be another sequel. Enough with the sequels. After that one, I didn't see any. So, as I asked prior, what would you do if you were lucky enough to survive a second time around? Would you ever consider, if you were airlifted out, to be rehomed back in your homeland, or would you stay the F where you are? Comment in the chat, and if you're watching on replay, leave a comment below. I hope you enjoyed this week's Doomsday movie reviews. Hopefully each made you think a little bit more about how precious life is and that you'll cherish each moment. As always, thank you again for those who were able to make the premiere. And if you're watching on replay, thank you also. Your support is so appreciated. Please remember to be well and wear a mask. Bye, everyone.